Today we're going to be going over Dhalsims' most useful normals and how to use them. The list of normals we're going over today are stand light kick, stand medium kick, stand medium punch, back medium kick, crouch medium punch, Nirvana punch, stand heavy kick, and stand heavy punch. The first normal we're going over today is stand light kick, nicknamed the dirty noodle. Its uses are to preemptively stop up close approach, feint in neutral, and drive rush check. The feint in neutral, we just whiff to bait a whiff punish or bait someone to jump over. Sometimes it looks like the start of a fireball, so people will try to jump over, but it recovers fast enough for you to anti-air. Its weaknesses are that it's a light attack, so it's got light attack scaling, low damage. It also has limited combo potential into non-OD specials or OD flame. It requires counter hit to combo into those specials. So let's go over some examples, some visual learners, for the visual learners. So here you see how without counter hit, it will not combo, just like how back medium kick will combo naturally. See, they'll just block it. And if you DRC, it's got a lot of scaling on it. See, 1700 damage, barely anything for 3 bars of drive. Where if you do that off a medium, you get 2600. It's pretty good damage. And into super, a lot of scaling as well. Off a medium, it's a lot more damage, respectable, 3200. So the next example we're going over is a real match. This will be showing you how to use it in an actual real match environment. See, I'm using, this is the first match of like the set, right? So I'm just gonna feel out the opponent by whiffing normals and just to see what he'll do. But it keeps you safe to jump ins. You see how he's jumping in already? He's already presenting that. So for sure I'm gonna be spamming light kick because he's already presenting jump early. So see this? I whiff light kick and I was able to anti-air in time. After right here, you see that? So it's keeping me safe but protecting the space in front of me. Also whiff punishing, see that? And it's also preemptively checking dry rush, so it's doing a lot of work here, a lot of the heavy lifting. And my mental stack is not like pretty, it's not high at all. I'm just kind of spamming it and it's taking care of everything. And see that? So light kick did a lot of work there. And this is just showing you like off block, if you do medium flame off on block or a medium limb, you could spam light kick and still anti-air. See that? Just naturally protecting, like if they try to go forward, like with the dry rush, or if they jump, I can still anti-air. So that's just a really good OS to do. Versus JP. This match, JPs don't really play ground game a lot. They kind of like spam jump. So you have to have like light kick when you're walking forward. Like walk forward to entice them to jump forward because they think you're gonna throw a limb or something. So you see I'm just walking him down because JPs love to walk back. So since he's walking back, you move forward, use light kick to keep protect your space a little bit in front of you. Maybe make them think you're throwing a fireball so they can jump. And see, now he has to contest his space because he sees he's getting close to the corner. And look, he's cornered for really no reason because I just walked forward and hit stand light kick. And that's what creates this situation where he feels like he has to get out of the corner. So I kind of know he's going to teleport and try to escape. See, all of this is because just walk forward, stand light kick. So these kind of situations, let's go over that again. So see this? Just light kick. Walking forward, light kick. And it's basically over. He has really bad positioning just because of light kick. Okay, so the next normal we're going over, it's kind of two normals. It's the stand medium punch and kick because they're kind of the same, but they have very small distinctions between them. So its uses for both are far poke that outspaces every opponent's normal. It's a preemptive driver's check. and conditioning. Mostly conditioning an opponent to jump, because they're going to want to jump over your normals, because that's the only way they can get around it, because they're going to try to whiff punish or jump. So you're kind of conditioning them to whiff punish or jump, because that's all they can do. Its weaknesses for both are long recovery, weak to jump ins and whiff punishes. It's low damage because you can't special cancel out of them. They're non-special cancelable, so weak to drive impacts because you can't do anything. And then can be stuffed on startup, so they have long startup, right? So they're gonna get stuffed. The distinctions between the two are: stand medium kick is used as a faster poke with faster startup and less recovery, safer to use in neutral, less risk of jump-ins and whiff punishes, but weaker at controlling horizontal space. Will whiff on opponents' neutral skip specials like dive kick and Marissa Superman punch. Stand punch is slower startup and longer recovery, but is used for controlling horizontal space. Anti-airing stuff. It can also stuff jump startup frames, and clipping low dive kicks and special moves like Marissa Superman punch. And it's at the cost of being weaker to jump ins and whiff punishes because it's got longer recovery. Okay, so we're gonna show that as an example here. So this is the same frame advantage, right? So right here you can see back throw into fireball. That's clipping them at a jump. See that? But if I use stand medium kick here, it's faster, right? But it'll whiff because it's got like a lower hitbox, so it's not gonna clip them out of the air. So stand medium punch is gonna control that horizontal space better and hit jump the pre-jump frames. So here we're gonna show. Here we're just gonna show it preemptively checking drive rush. See that? Stand medium kick. You don't have to react to drive rush. It's just kind of controlling the space, but also checking any kind of approach. Right here, we're gonna show a real match. Just kind of how to use it in the match of the flow of a match. See, contesting that, he's trying to hit his heavies, but I'm outspacing him. So now he feels like he has to jump. See that? Controlling. He's like, he has to like back up and get drinks or something to get in, but I'm still controlling that space. Light kick controls that when he gets a little bit closer. You know, just spamming medium kick. See how that just controls the entire round. So just watch this. See that? Preemptively checking. Once you hit them a few times with your mediums, with the limbs, you have to start looking for jump. So I'm controlling that, not letting them get any drinks. That just complete control. Okay. But this shows its weaknesses. You see, it can get swept because that does have a lower, so they're not gonna hit you with like a standing button, but they can sweep it every time. So gotta be careful with that. And then this one, see, it's getting stuffed on startup. See that? A lot of Chun-Li's will start around just by spamming mediums, and it'll hit you. And it's actually really consistent. If they start with a crouching medium punch like DRC, it's gonna hit you every time. So you can't just start off versus like Chun-Li's like that, or like Ken, stuff like that. Here it's weak to jump-ins, just showing that. So if you hit a medium kick, you cannot hit a stand medium punch. It's just gonna get jumped in on. And then here we're showing it's weak to drive impact. See that? So do not just spam it. You will get drive impacted in neutral. Here's another match. See that? Just controlling that space. We're gonna go over heavy kick. I know how I'm using it right there. But right here, we're going over just control that space. He's trying to micro walk forward, and then he has to jump. See that? And he feels like he has to make like a big read because he can't get in on the normals. That's what you want your limbs to be doing. See that? It's trying to walk. But then see right there, that's the weakness. You get jumped in on if you spam it at the wrong time. So you have to have the intuition on how to use those limbs. And then you're cornered and you die because of that. Alright, next normal is back medium kick. Its uses are driver's check, combo starter, spacing trap buffer, take turns, and drive rush button. It's +4. It's a mix-up tool. So let's just show right here. This is a drive rush check. See, it's pretty good. It's got a good hitbox and it's really fast. And it's a combo starter, like a confirm. Usually when you get a jump in, it's really easy to confirm into that fast button. That's like a space trap. It's really good at space trapping. It's good to dry rush into it because it's +4 into grab range. So it's really, really good to do that. And there's no real match examples for that one because it's pretty self-explanatory. So, because you're going to see it in every single match. You're going to see, like, after an anti-air, you just drive rush into back medium kick. So you're going to kind of see those examples later on. So the next normals we're going over are crouch medium punch and Nirvana punch. These are kind of similar. You kind of use them in the same areas, but there are a few distinctions. Both of their uses are it's a mid-screen poke, it's a driver's cancel buffer on hit and on block. It's a whiff punish starter as well. So when something whiffs, you can use both of them pretty much. So weaknesses are they're both whiff punishable and they're low profile. We'll lose to low crush normals, so we'll show that later. The distinctions between the two are heavy punch is more damage with slightly shorter range, faster startup, and harder to whiff punish. Used for up close high damage confirms, usually after air heavy punch. So heavy punch, Nirvana punch is what I'm talking about. After air heavy punch, you can confirm into that, and or drive rush out of crouch medium punch. Crouch medium punch is less damage, longer range, slower startup, and easier to whiff punish. So after whiffing crouch medium punch, it's going to be a lot easier to whiff punish that button. Let's look at some examples. Come on, get to the example. Okay, so after this, see that you're gonna drive rush after crouch medium punch, and it's just really good on block. So if you want to get your momentum started that way, see that, because it's like a far poke into drive rush. And then the confirms, you're gonna see Nirvana punch. It's a lot of damage, 2800. But it won't combo unless it's like counter hit. So gotta keep that in mind. So let's go to the next example. Pause that. So Ed has a low crush move. We're just gonna show. See that? Both of these buttons lose to the low crush, or like a standing button won't lose. Guile has that too, so just show another example here. So any type of move like that, like Superman punch, it's gonna go over. See that? Low crushing, so it's also whiff punishable. See that? Very easy to whiff punish, both of them. Here we'll show a real match example. See this? It's very easy. Once they start looking for it, it's actually really easy to whiff punish. And then you get cornered for that. So this guy just kind of whiffing, waiting for it. I just give it to him. So anybody can really whiff punish these buttons. It's not that hard. And then he basically kills me for that. Right here. Okay, here we're gonna show once they start looking to whiff punish your button. You see what I did right there? Since the last match, I saw that he's really good at whiff punishing. So once I see that he's scouting out for it, you can actually throw a special. You could throw a heavy flame, or because they're twitch reacting, right? So if they're gonna twitch react with a button, you could do heavy flame because they see the startup of something and they whiff that normal and then it hits them. Or you could throw fireball and drive rush into a full combo right here. So you can tell he's looking for it. Look at that, combo confirm. So that's a really good way to punish that once they're looking for the whiff punish. See that? That's a space trap with Nirvana punch. So this is another way to use it. Because I want to take their turn after that, because it is negatives, but you got to pick the right button. And here I'm just going to show that it's a good button to whiff punish with. See that? A lot of these characters I want to drive rush after their crouch medium kick. See that? Very easy to whiff punish. So you got to scout that with that button. It's a lot of damage too. So you can whiff punish heavies as well. Let's just show an example of how to do that. It's a lot of damage. Look at that. It's half their life. And that's just showing the spacing trap. They want to sweep me or do something. See this? Very good spacing trap. And this is just showing you after in the corner, you could do back medium kick into heavy arch. And that's going to be +2 or 3 around there. They won't be able to mash after that. You could grab them or whatever. Alright, so next normal is stand heavy kick. Its uses are far poke that outspaces every normal, preemptive drive rush check, punish counter combo starter, high damage mid screen hit confirm, anti-air, punish jump startup frames, like dive kick conversions, and then it's a combo extender, like after a OD flame. Its weaknesses are whiffs on crouching, and it's very slow, 39 frames total, 17 frames startup, very weak to jump ins. But this has a lot of uses, so this is going to be a big one to know about. So let's start here. We're just showing you that it whiffs on crouching. See, whiffs on crouchers. So it's combos. Let's say like after blocking a DP. This is gonna be your optimal 1-bar combo. That's basically no drive. It's a lot of damage, 4200. So we're gonna combo, heavy kick to add to your combos. Here, we just show that it can anti-air, like neutral jumps, full screen. You could also get a DRC conversion. Pretty good. So here I'm showing that you can whiff punish with it. So see how Aki can they love whiffing this button. Stuff like this, like Ed's full screen like spark or whatever. You can whiff punish that with heavy kick on reaction. See, they're still trying to whiff that, so you gotta keep looking for stuff like that. You could preemptively do it or do it on reaction. See that? That was on reaction to the. I know they like putting puddles down, so it's a really good way to punish that. See that? Very, very useful. It can also stuff the startup of fireballs. This is preemptive. See that? That's the range they like throwing fireballs. So look at the damage for trying to throw a fireball. See that? That's really, really good. You actually punish them in neutral for just trying to do anything, really. I don't remember what this one's trying to show, but I'm sure I'll see. Oh, this is really good. When you know they're pairing your fireball, you can do heavy kick to special cancel again and get frame advantage. See that? I like to throw stand medium punch, and then when they try to approach, they usually forward dash or drive rush. You hit stand heavy kick DRC. You can kind of react to if they're gonna get hit by it. Like if you see them with a button or whatever, you can DRC on reaction. It's kind of like a confirm. See that? And this kind of normal. You see how they're dead from right there from 2 touches? So if you look at this spot right here, usually they wouldn't be 2 touches away. They're like more than half, 50% of their health. But instead of, so after this, right? So after blocking this, if I know they're going to approach and get hit by a limb, I'm not going to stand medium punch. I want to get actual damage for that read, right? So instead, I get actual reward by doing heavy kick DRC because I know they're going to approach that way. So if you know they're going to walk into a normal, get hit by a normal, it's better to get reward so there are less hits from death. Because if you get another stand medium punch, it's not going to be a lot of damage when I already know they're going to get when I already know they're going to get hit by a limb. So now this makes it to where they're only 2 touches away from death. So now I know I'm going to build level 2 on the next DRC combo. See that? So that turns into like 4 hits away from death into just 2 hits. Alright, and then here we're just going to show you can whiff punish into DRC medium slide. So let's just show it right here. When you know they're about to whiff, see they're whiffing, punish them for doing that. See, that's a full combo. Okay. Okay, here we show. Sometimes I throw stand heavy kick on reaction or preemptively. It's doing a lot of different things. So preemptively, it's going to stuff the startup, and then you could also react to them doing stuff. So right here, you're going to see I just get a hit for no reason right there, and I confirm it into a heavy punch. And then right there, it's preemptive again because I know this person's been dry. Okay, so look at this. See that? When they hold parry, it's pretty much they're going to have to keep holding parry, waste their drive gauge, or they're going to drive rush out of it. So I like to throw stand heavy kick to stuff that, and I can DRC react to it. See that? Pretty good. And see, a lot of Saggats make you whiff. They whiff Tiger Knee on purpose to get you to parry, and then they'll grab you, punish counter you. So they'll whiff it on purpose. But stand heavy kick will preemptively stop it, Tiger Knee, and you could DRC that also, or you could whiff punish on accident. So it's the same timing. And see, it got the startup frames too. So you see here, punish that to confirm a lot of damage. I don't know how much that is, but it's a lot of damage. And then also punish them on the pre-jump frames. So really good uses right there. That's loud. And then here, you can do it into arch as well on block. You see that when you do an air comet, you could also late anti-air. See how you can make them land on it? See that? Once you do this enough times, you'll get the intuition to like scout this out. So it's really good there. And you see that once you know they're going to land on a fireball, you could also heavy kick. Get some damage. Keep the momentum going. So heavy kicks is doing a lot of work here. You could whiff it in the air too to stop them from jumping. It'll stop him preemptively from jumping. And then he dies. So then right here, this Ken. Okay, next example. Here's this Ken. If you know they're going to start the round with Drive Rush, you could just heavy kick DRC on reaction. Punish them hard for that. Especially when you have one bar. Look at all that damage. And look, see right here, sometimes you do heavy kick. Like when you know they're pairing, right? Or I do this on purpose because I know that this Ken likes to drive rush after or like take their turn after because they know I'm negative. So it punishes the forward dash. See that? It's a lot of damage. And then they're basically dead for that. So look at heavy kick DRC doing work on this round. See it all come together. Okay, next limb is stand heavy punch. Its uses are farthest poke that outspaces every opponent normal, most damaging single normal that he has. It's also a combo ender, and it gives you that full screen presence where it feels like he can just hit you from across the screen, like full screen. It punishes stock characters like Lily, Jamie, Jury, those characters that want to sit back and get stocks for their moves. But its weaknesses are it's very slow, 46 frames total, 16 frame startup, very weak to jump-ins, and it's also -10 on block, -5 on hit, so it's pretty bad frame advantage when you look at it that way. So this is just showing that it has more range than stand heavy kick, so it's your most range. And it's your most damaging normal, so after like OD Flame, that's going to be your most damaging ender. Besides like, you know, like a super. And then here, just showing that it can get whiff punish full screen as well. So you gotta be careful. And this is just showing like a Lily character, those stock characters, you have to use stand heavy punch to stop them. Don't let them get comfortable. See that? They're not getting stopped. Nope. It's just denies it from full screen. They have the tech right there to like do that, but yeah, you have to threaten that. Okay, so next example. So this is a real match example. So here you can use stand heavy punch when they start trying to whiff punish it. The good players will know how to stand back and whiff punish it. So here, you see that? I noticed in this round that they will sweep it. So they do that multiple times in this round. So the next round, I take that information. I win that round, and then you see that whiff stand light kick. Remember what I told you earlier? You whiff something to make them bait them into a whiff punish, and then you hit stand heavy punch to punish the whiff punish attempt. See that? These are for those Twitch React players. See that? Did it again. So you could punish people for Twitch reacting to your whiffs. Here's the next example here. This is just showing how to use it in a match versus a Kami that wants to sit back and like whiff punish. See, the reason you want to use a stand heavy punch versus Kami is because they want to whiff punish your stand medium punch, but stand heavy punch is more range than it, so then now you're making them block that, so then they have to stand farther back, but they don't want to lose that much ground. So it's good when they're looking for that kind of whiff. I did whiff right there, but that's what's letting these firewalls go get through. See that? They're trying to whiff punish. But stand medium kick is too fast. Like, you're gonna have to sweep it. It's kind of too hard to whiff punish. Unless you're looking for it specifically. See, now I'm whiffing. Overloading their mental stack. See that? Usually after like a fireball is gonna hit, you hit stand heavy punch to get like the most damage. See, like right there. See how that just did a chunk of damage? See, their mental stack is too messed up to like whiff punish anything anymore. So that lets all of this go through. See that you whiff into stand heavy punch. And this is another good way to use it. If you do arch, you can do stand heavy punch to make them block that. You build drive gauge for that. I mean, I was already high, but see that meaty stand heavy punch after throwing arch, and then they're dead. All right, now we're gonna go to the synergy between all these limbs and see how they all come together in these matches. We're gonna start off with this Bison match. So I'm using limbs, force them to make mistakes, basically. See that? Walk back to make them whiff specials. So this round was a lot of conditioning, preconditioning. So I want to establish these normals early, because if they're not making the like neutral skips, if they're not trying to jump or whatever, this is to, your limbs are used to basically condition them to start making those mistakes. See, now he feels like he has to use scissors to stuff the startup of those limbs. And then I realize the spacing, I can make it whiff, and then whiff punish. You have to be ready for those whiff punishes. It's the same idea with like a dry rush too. Like if he dry rushed, or a lot of characters, their dry rush is at that spacing, I'm looking for a whiff punish. There's like, it's, yeah, that spacing right there. Like the medium kick spacing, they'll whiff. Alright, let's go to the second round. We're gonna go over the full match. So he's still showing them that I still got those normals. I just used flow to go over the chase down. And this game, he just get perfect parried back thrown. Kind of just got lucky right there. But if you notice, I just want to start off by just reminding them that I'm willing to press these buttons. See that? And then they do the desperate get in tools. They just want to skip neutral. You have to make them do that. All right, so match 2 versus Marissa. A lot of Marissas say it's a bad matchup, right? But we'll show you here why it's a bad matchup. So of course you have to demonstrate that you're willing to. Versus Marissa, you can't really do stand medium kick. It's more of stand medium punch to control. It takes care of more options. Of course, her dry rush and then her Superman. A lot of her neutral skips will get taken out because you can't really use stand medium kick. It's gonna get low crushed by Superman. There, I was like way too late on the whiff punish. See that? Shows it right there, the weakness of the stand medium kick. So you want to use it because it's a 12 frame and it's really fast, and it covers the space that you need. But if they just do a Superman, demonstrate that they're gonna willing to do that, you have to switch up your buttons. Yeah, they just mess up. See, that's how I use heavy punch after arches. It does drive gauge damage. You see the drive gauge damage? See right there, there's two different versions of heavy kick right here. That's a preemptive heavy kick to stop Superman, to stop the pre-jump frames. Well, it's not even only Superman. She's got the Spartan kick. Like, there's so many neutral skip specials that she has that can get taken care of with stand heavy kick. So, but the preemptive one didn't work. But she tries to skip neutral after this whiffs. You need to realize that when this whiffs, a lot of players have different ways of trying to take care to like close the distance. You need to like very early on try to take a mental note of what they do here. A lot of them drive rush, a lot of them jump here. They try to whiff punish, but they're usually late unless they're really good. This one tries to take the space by that, so it's just not gonna reach at that angle. So I'm ready with the heavy kick. This one's on reaction, and they're dead. Let's go to the next round. Still doing Superman. That's just a fireball space trap. So I'm showing them this normal. They're still Superman punching. I don't know why. Maybe they don't know that that takes care of it. See, when you're playing a match like this and you're presenting the normal that takes care of the thing, but they still do the thing anyway, you have to take a mental note that they probably just are not operating on that like level. So you just kind of have to keep doing it. It's like you have to spam the answer until, because they're gonna keep spamming the mistake, if that makes sense. Like if someone takes 30-200 damage from an anti-air, like if you do a blast into a level 1 super, don't think that that's gonna disincentivize them from doing it again. You have to just keep doing it, because a lot of the times it's just more of like a habit that they jump in that spot that they jumped at. It's not like a conscious decision. So don't think that someone's just gonna get automatically conditioned in that way. You need to realize what type of jump that was, like what type of mistake it was. If it's the type of mistake that it's just like a habit mistake, you just keep spamming your answer to it until they actually, you force them to actually think for a little bit and not spam their mistake. And you see that? That's the classic. I do stand medium punch into heavy kick to stop their approach into DRC. See that? Stand medium punch. And they lose all that damage for that. So I risk a jump in right there, right? So right here, I decide to do this trap. It's a fireball into stand medium punch, and then stand heavy kick, right? If I throw another stand medium punch right here and she jumps, I risk the jump in. So if I'm already gonna risk a jump in by using a normal, I might as well do the big what do you call it? The big reward option right here. See that? Now I get rewarded for not the same amount of damage they would have got from a jump in, but a good amount of damage. And you just spam medium punch because they're just not they're not adjusting to that stand medium punch. So if they're just gonna keep running to normals, and I know that they're running into normals, that's when I'm like, okay, you're gonna keep spamming that mistake, eat a heavy kick DRC combo. See what I mean? And just because they're grandmaster doesn't mean that they're not gonna fall to the same mistake. Okay, match 3. So here you just there's so many different things about Ed. So there's a lot of ways you can take care of the spark startup with. You could do it with heavy kick like DRC, Because in the middle of the spark and the shoot that he does, you can heavy kick in between that and punish counter him. But, or you could driver slide. That's a really good option too. That was a very good chase down from the Ed player. And see right here, when I throw a fireball, I drive rush after it. And if he wants to eat it up with the spark, that's when I medium slide. So since he didn't medium slide, I react stop and then throw a fireball again. Because I realize a medium slide is not really going to do much here. It might be negative. So I just react to him not doing anything. Like I realize he's going to block and then just press another fireball. I realized he chased it last time, so I crossed up teleport, but he didn't actually do anything. You see right there? In between the spark, after the spark, you can always punch counter him right there. Be ready for that. And look at that. Every spark he does could be put. If your reactions are on point, you can always kill him for it. Look, see, I'm just walking. I'm not letting him get out of my spacing. Oh, I'm always keeping him in stand heavy kick range. I'm not letting them get that safe fireball out. See right here, keep walking, react, DRC, full combo punish, and he's dead. So you gotta have that. Okay, next round. I realize he's chasing me down, so I cross up. See, every time, it's very easy to do. Just go to the lab and practice the timing to reacting to that. And this is just Dhalsim killing him in the corner. Dhalsim's kind of good in the corner. His pressure is just as good as everyone else. He doesn't have an overhead, but I mean, it's still deadly. And that's safe to his DP. Alright. Jerry is another one of those stock characters. So you have to see, are they the type that's going to back up and get stocks? Or are they going to just drive rush at you? Just like they'll block with their face and just drive rush until they get in one time and kill you. A lot of them use jump. Juries, it's weird. A lot of them will just jump and just almost every time do dive kick. So you just got to take note. Is this the type of jury that's going to do that? So versus jury, you're going to have to be ready with back heavy punch at DRC. Because it's the rate of them getting counter hit, because they're going to commit to like a dive kick or a button, is a lot higher than other characters. So Jerry has a really good sweep and crouching medium kick, so a lot of them try to do that into DRC. So this is when you could use like walk back whiff punish. So I walk back on purpose to make it whiff punish on reaction. Her fireball goes under stuff. It's kind of hard to deal with. See, almost got her for that one. But look at that. Gets the pre-jump frames. So you can DRC on reaction. Seeing them jump like that. So you see how she started with dry rush? Here, if I know that they just keep doing stuff like this, committing, then I can start with the... Especially if I have one bar, I'll risk it and just start with stand heavy kick, DRC, just to really punish them for that. Because you're actually not going to check this on reaction with back medium kick. This button that she uses right there, it's going to trade, or she's going to actually just clean beat you, your back medium kick. So it's better to just do a stand heavy kick and just preemptively stop this. Because I don't know what's wrong with this button, but it just beats you. And then Nirvana, that's a good damage starter. But yeah, that's... You see how if I did stand medium kick here, she would have jumped over it. That's why you stand medium punch. See, it stopped the pre-jump frames. And then of course I think she tried to dive kick. Yep, see? She dive kicked. It's just like every time they do it. And then stop the pre-jump frames. We saw that. Okay, let's go to the last. Oh, that's not the last one. Okay, and this is the last example. So this is just showing Dhalsim's kind of like his problem. This is the way they balance them. So every long limb he has, right, feels kind of broken because it's just covering the screen and they just can't get in. Like this is why a lot of new players, they just feel like Dhalsim is impossible to beat because they keep getting hit by these limbs. So you see how it's like, oh my god, I keep getting hit by these limbs, and look how much damage they did. I mean, let's just count this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 5. If you get hit by 5 stand medium punches, this is the damage you do right here. Right? Okay. But every time you hit this long limb, you're always at risk of a jump in. Every single time you throw a limb. So I'm risking a full punish counter jump in combo every time I do that. So let's say I hit you 5 times, which is pretty hard to do. Like you're gonna block some of these, right? You're not gonna get hit every single time. This is just one DRC combo into level 1. It took one combo to start beating Sim. Now you're losing. You hit him 5 times, he hit you once, and it's already gonna be evened out or they're winning now. And I make this distinction because every time I throw the limb, I'm at risk of this damage every single time. So you need to understand that this spamming these normals is more of a conditioning tool. It's not to kill the person. You want to use this tool to force them to make the actual big mistakes that you can get big reward off of. So I hope that makes you understand what Dhalsim's game plan. So you do that, then you make them chase you down and punish the chase down hard. Okay, so that's every single limb. I'm pretty sure we went through all of his most important ones. I mean, he's got his stand jabs, his slides. He has so many more tools, and fireballs, his specials and everything. But this is a good way to understand how his neutral works, because these are the buttons you use in neutral. I mean, he does have a standard like light attacks, but actually he doesn't, because he doesn't have a 6-frame medium, so he can't really convert off his like a light counter hit into like a medium. So his take turns are really kind of bad. He has to commit to like a OD fireball just to get a knockdown, into light flame to get a knockdown, but it's not good because they can interrupt you. Like if they're mashing after your lights, they'll still hit you in between the special cancel. So you still have to commit to like an OD fireball just to get your turn back. Like it's just kind of crazy how bad his defense is, because his level 1 is not invincible. His level 2 can be crouched, like with the crouch button, so they can still melee you. It's just his defense is pretty bad, and his drive reversal is for some reason like the worst drive reversal in the game, which doesn't make sense because drive reversal is already bad. But I think that covers as much as I can cover right now for his neutral. So I'm definitely gonna make more in the future. That's all for today. Okay, thank you. Try to like and subscribe if you can on the way out. All right, thank you. Bye.